All right. Today is day 10 of the 30-day yapping challenge. And today was crazy. I went and I grounded myself. I stared at the sun for a little bit. Maybe like a minute, something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. And I realized if I flexed all my muscles and I breathe, if I hold my breath, I can stare at the sun for as long as my endurance will allow me to. I downloaded a couple of albums to go and do my grounding. And I really don't know if I should bring music out there, or if I should, have it the entire time. But that's not the crazy part. When I got home, I got tired. I got tired and I got sad. And I've been wanting to talk to someone about, the way that I'm feeling. I haven't been able to talk about the way that I'm feeling in a long time to someone who could talk with me in a way that works. Because some people, you talk to them and they're talking at you. They're trying to sell you on something. Other people, they don't. I don't know, but I've just been feeling like I got nobody to talk to, and I've been sad. And maybe some of it is my own doing. Some of what I've been up to, and just my days, aren't as healthy as they could possibly be. But that doesn't explain, the overall feeling to me. I don't think so. I don't think it's possible to really do that yourself. I think you can add fuel to the fire, but I think ultimately the emotions that you feel are at least an indicator on something. What I've been feeling like is I worked. I got out of my parents' house and I worked and I lived alone, and I got what I wanted. I saw something today that reminded me to be grateful. Grateful. And I forget to be grateful. I agree with that. But where I'm at and what I have done, it makes me question if I was wrong the entire time. That's a big question for me. If I'm doing the right thing now, and the answer is, it keeps coming back as whatever. I just noticed today about the voices in my head. They be so negative sometimes, and it really does seem like me, and it's not. It's not all right. It's not helpful, at the very least. But yeah, I did the work, and I couldn't really find a love for it. I just felt like I was worth more. I don't know if that really means that I'm like conceited or something like that. But I felt like I was doing a lot for no reason. And the people that I was working with, they love me, and some of them, they still follow me uh, to this day, you know, and they wish me well. But I got out of it, and I didn't turn back. I even destroyed the computer that they gave me for work. Just, you know, in my highest frame of mind, I was like, it has to be destroyed. So I destroyed it. And the same thing for my apartment. I lost my apartment. I lost my job, and I lost everything. And it just, at the time, it felt like it had to be done. And so I did it. And now in hindsight, I don't have a job. I don't have a home. Well, I'm sleeping on my brother's couch. And now going back to work is coming into question. You know, I'm taking up a lot of resources that I didn't work for, so it's expected. But, you know, I come back to this frame of thought where it's like, this is where we're at. You know, we had everything before, and we got rid of it. And now there's this. And today, I was just abnormally tired. And I did hear something else before. I don't know if it was today or the other day. I said that it's okay to not feel okay. And I don't feel okay. You know, my father gave me clove tea. My brother gave me a talking to. And, you know, there's also religion that we can go ahead and get into, and that'll fix it. But I mean, that doesn't stop the occurrence of feelings. So I'm not trying to escape them. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to be authentic. You know. I was sad today, and I masked it as anger. But I didn't hurt anybody, you know. That's one thing that's interesting, you know, is because when you follow the path of a lover, you really don't want to hurt people. But in your head, you're just like, man, some people. If I don't hurt them, somebody is. And I really don't want to hurt people because, you know, when I do it, it hurts me. No, that's weak. When I do it, it really does hurt me. Because when I hurt people, it's in a way that I know that for them to recover, it would be like a monumental task. It'd be something that you should be proud of. But, you know, I try not to do that. But I'm not even that person anymore. I'm in a whole other set of circumstances that doesn't even allow for, you know, certain frames of thoughts that I had in the past. So it's like, I don't even know who I am. But I remember the mission, you know. The mission was always to make as many people's lives as easy as possible. I don't know where we're at in the mission right now. Just kind of waiting. I got a book from the library the other day. Me and my mom went. And the book is entitled How to Do Nothing. And I feel like I'm crushing reading the book without even reading it because I haven't done anything. And I think that is probably the source of my, I don't know, what do you want to call it, depression? Because men, we're meant to conquer. We get if we're not conquering, if we're not doing something, then I feel like my purpose has gone missing. Now I know that's not real, that's an illusion. Everything in due time. But, I'm still sitting here. And I try my best not to think about other people's thoughts, what they could be, because I'm probably wrong. In my head, I think that, I live in the house with my family and my brother's girlfriend. In my head, I think that they think I need to start contributing. I need to start working. Or who is this guy, eating up all the resources and not contributing? Which is a fair thought. And in my head, I automatically take the approach like, I cannot wait for you to say something so I can leave. But that's even more wrong. Because then, if I do that, then they feel like, oh, we drove him out, and I feel like, oh, they hate me. And it's all wrong. And the strangest thing about it is like, I carry that thought, that line of thought, I carry that knowing that I have to not do something. To sustain the environment. It's like a house of cards, That's what it feels like. And I can't escape. There's a continual need to escape. And then I wake up and I'm still in it. So it's obvious to me that the escape is a mentality. And to maintain the mentality that I'm trying to maintain, it's getting hard. It's getting difficult. The good news is I met a new friend. I met a new person. I actually have a lot of friends, but I don't talk to them because I'm scared. I don't want to accidentally open up a deep conversation. I also don't want to have a useless conversation. Whole time my friend has been trying to reach out to me for years, telling me to download WhatsApp, and I won't do it. But in any case, I did meet a new friend, and we bonded over the moon. There was a full moon the other day, and she heard that it was going to happen, but she didn't see it because she was at work. So I went outside, and I told her there's a full moon. Come outside and see it. So we go outside, and the building was blocking the full moon, so she couldn't see it. So she was going to go back to work. And as I go back, walking to the car, I see it. It's behind the building. So I call her back. I say, hey, it's here. Come look. So she runs over to come and see it. And she's amazed. She wouldn't have seen it otherwise. And I told her about moon rituals. When people hear the word ritual, they automatically assume Satanism, but they don't realize that brushing your teeth is a ritual. Eating breakfast is a ritual. All this stuff is just a routine, okay, to keep you in a certain alignment. Anyways, I look up the moon rituals, and I'm thinking the moon rituals is like, you gotta wrap a ribbon around a stick and, bleed your hand and mark it on your head and make a cross or something. And no, that's not it. So the moon rituals is like, one of them is to clean your room. Another one of them is to write a gratitude list. So just put a list of things that you're grateful for. And the other one is to take a bath. Those are the rituals. Those are the things that back in the day, if we found out you were doing them, we would kill you. And it just goes to show, man, some of the things that we do, people aren't going to understand. If they don't understand, and you find yourself like you find me in this place that I don't understand what I'm doing, it helps to find a friend. It helps to find, somebody out there. And I think God has got our back, He knows it. A lot of people think of God as like, some guy that if you don't love him, he's going to send you to hell for eternity. What father would do that? Not a good one. Christ even said, "Ye are of your father the devil." And he was talking to the Pharisees. The Pharisees believe in the Torah. They think that they believe in God, but they don't. Christ is telling them, you believe in the devil. But anyways, that's just one bad day. I don't have a lot of bad days. So that's all I got. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. You have a wonderful night or day. It's all good.